Good morning. Thanks for you guys sticking around, and thanks for being patient with the family through a little bit of a delay, but thank you for being here. Yesterday, we filed a federal civil lawsuit in this case on behalf of this family and Jazmir Tucker. Jazmir, as you know, was shot and killed by Akron Police Officer Davon Fields on Thanksgiving night, almost a year to the date. Jazmir was a child. He was unarmed, and he was shot 2 times in the back. Now, the body camera footage is incomplete. And why is it incomplete? Because Officer Fields failed to activate his body-worn camera video. That means that the most critical moments leading up to the shooting are not recorded. And that violation alone is unacceptable. But the facts we do have make it very clear. There was no immediate threat that justified lethal force in this case. Now, this case is about the accountability of Officer Fields. But it's not just about the accountability of one officer. It's about a violent policing culture in this city, a culture that continues to escalate encounters before confirming a threat exists. This isn't the first time. It's part of a pattern. In 2022, Jalen Walker was shot over 90 times. Officers fired more than 90 times. And in 2024, Michael Jones was shot and killed during a traffic stop. And as we said, Jazmir was tragically killed almost a year ago on Thanksgiving night. And less than a year later, almost 2 weeks ago, another Akron officer shot an unarmed 36-year-old man 8 times after ordering him to remove his hands from his pockets. Now, the city now acknowledges he didn't have a gun. This keeps happening. And it keeps happening because Akron's police department is trained like a tactical force, not a constitutional one. Officer Fields in particular received extensive firearms and SWAT training, rifle drills, night vision operations, gas mask tactics. But he received almost no training in de-escalation, adolescent encounters, mental health response, or even proper body camera activation. When you train officers like combat soldiers, you get combat responses. When the city fails to correct the culture after each shooting, you get repeat tragedies. So this lawsuit is not just about damages, but it's about systemic reform. This family is demanding a number of things: mandatory de-escalation and constitutional use of force training, clear restrictions on rifle deployment and foot pursuits, real civilian oversight backed by subpoena power, discipline for officers who fail to activate their cameras, and more importantly, leadership, and we're talking to the mayor now, leadership willing to acknowledge the harm. This city must decide if it wants to keep repeating these tragedies or if it wants to change directions and protect life. This family is here because they refuse to let Jazmir's name be another headline that fades. They're demanding accountability not only for Jazmir, but protection for the next child who encounters police in this city. Justice is just the first step. Transformation must follow. Thank you. At this time, my co-counsel Stanley Jackson is going to have some comments as well.
Stanley Jackson for the family of Jazmir Tucker. We're here today because there's a complete failure by the mayor of Akron, Mayor Malik. When he ran for mayor, he had 4 tenets: safety together, working together, living together. The reality is that safety was first. And if you look at his tenets, at the top, it was in red, and specifically, he mentioned that he wanted to see better policing and public safety, better training, better engagement, and that he wanted the community to feel safe and to be partners. Well, unfortunately, he's failed. And because of that failure, Jazmir Tucker has lost his life. Jazmir Tucker was killed on Thanksgiving, on a day that his family should be this year celebrating and enjoying together and rejoicing of them being together. This year, they will be celebrating Jazzgiving, They will be supporting and loving each other through the pain. They will choose love over anger. But we're going to choose accountability. We're going to, as lawyers, choose to make sure that Jazmir Tucker's life mattered, that no other boy should have to go through this in this community, that if a mayor is going to run under those tenets, that he is held accountable along with his administration. This community deserves better. This family definitely deserves better. This lawsuit is just one step in that direction. And we will be relentless. You know this. We are always relentless, and we get results. And we will do that for this family. We want and we appreciate the continued support of the community as it relates to this family and Jazmir and his legacy. We want the answers that this family deserves. My co-counsel repeated it to you guys. Mayor, if you want to be the mayor that you sought out to be, make those changes. Because you didn't and you thought you had time, Jazmir lost his life. You are responsible for that. There's no other way around it. And the only way to be accountable is not to do the same thing that got us to this point. The community is watching, the world is watching. The unfortunate part is, in the last 4 years, 4 people have been injured, killed, 3 killed and 1 injured, who's critical right now, at the hands of this militarized Akron police. The first tenet of your campaign is safety, together. Remember, together is a word that is an inclusive word, a word that should have included this family and should have included this community. We're going to hold you accountable to that. You should hold yourself accountable to that. As parents, we are devastated. We're still mourning Jazmir's life, but I want you to understand that Jazmir was a son, a brother, a twin, a nephew. He was the loving glue of this family. In fact, the day that he passed, they were enjoying Thanksgiving together, and Jazmir was trying to leave to make sure he could go visit some more of his family who were down the street. Just a boy wanted to go visit the rest of his family because he loved family. That was important to him. And family decided, hey, you know, everyone says this, when's the next time we're all going to be together? We never know when the last time it'll be that we'll see each other. And they took a picture together. Little did they know that was going to be the last time they were going to see Jazmir. But his legacy will continue to live on. His life will be the change that this community and this family deserves. Thank you.